just made my bed, but it wasn't filming, so did I actually even make my bed? So I've kind of made this a habit now, which I'm really happy about, but I do this little routine morning and night. It's like, you know, when you sleep, you haven't moved for ages, so it just helps to sort of like loosen up a little bit. It's just gone 8 AM and I'm gonna go on my walk today. I nearly called it the daily walk, but we are allowed out more than once a day now. This is my outfit of the day. I just have like an old top from Topshop, an old skirt from ASOS. This comes out every summer. I've got a necklace that I got on Etsy. I'll link it. Oh, I feel so fancy saying that. I'll link it in the description. Yeah, hashtag outfit of the day. Wow. In absolute awe right now, and I can't believe up until 2 weeks ago I didn't know this park existed. Can you hear those birds? I'm pretty sure they are speaking louder than I am. When people think of London, obviously if you don't live here, you only think of the really busy streets, the cars, the buses, all the hecticness that goes on, but if you find a park, you get a little bit of nature. On my walk so far, I've been to one other park, and then I've walked up the River Lee, which is another river in London that runs up East London, and now I'm somewhere called Springfield Park, and it's on top of a little hill, so you get a nice view of East London. Now I think I might just walk back down the river and then go back. Yeah, I do have to work today, so I should probably head back soon so I can make breakfast and get ready to work. I'm now back at home. I've got my porridge. I tried to make it look a little bit fancy just for you. I'm listening to the Nutrition podcast, and she's done an episode about her birth story, which is really interesting because I don't know a lot about birth. I've since been listening to this podcast about race with Reni Eddo-Lodge. It talks a lot about Black history in the UK, anti-racist activism. I would really highly recommend you listen and learn. So after my walk, I feel so much better than I did yesterday. Like, I am really hot and a little bit sweaty, but yesterday I didn't leave the house once. I didn't leave the house at all. I got up in the morning with good intentions. I got dressed, I got showered, and I was like, right, I'm gonna go out for a walk, but then it just didn't happen, and then it just makes me feel quite flat for the rest of the day. Sometimes I wake up in the morning and I don't go outside, and that's fine because I don't feel like I want to, but yesterday I felt like I wanted to. I'm really glad that I got to go outside this morning. I got my daily dose of greenery, some movement. It was really good to sort of just like clear my head a little bit, you know, all that. I say that in a jokey way, but it is really beneficial for your mental health, and yeah, so just logged on to the work laptop and I'm checking through any emails that came through between now and when I clocked off last night, and there's nothing urgent. Okay, I'll explain my role a little bit. I'm just dressing the set a little bit because this side of the kitchen does not have any plants, and I thought it would be nice if there was plant in the background. So context, I work as a production coordinator at a film/video production company. We produce animations and documentaries and just corporate content. Maybe that's internal communications for a company. Oh, emails. But we are also a not-for-profit social enterprise. Here I was saying that I'm part of a small team, so I manage the pre-production logistics with the crew, the client, and any location or kit hire services. I write paperwork, then I manage the post-production and delivery between the editor and the client. Part of my role is also office management, though we're not in the office right now, and I also edit some stuff as well. So sometimes I edit films that are quite simple. Normally the bigger films will go to a more experienced editor. For the past week I've been doing things like research, and I've also been doing edits, and today my task is editing 3 podcasts for one of our long-standing clients, which is really exciting because I really enjoy editing, but podcasts are so fun to edit because I love to listen to them, so having the opportunity to edit them is so cool. It is 11:45 and I've just been doing the research on filming with the social distancing guidelines in place, and the voiceover for the podcast has just come through, so I'm gonna go full steam ahead on editing the podcast now. Right now I'm just listening through all of the voiceover and slotting it into where it needs to go within the podcast, and I'm just checking over anything just in case we need to re-record, but it all looks pretty good so far. I have just licensed some potential music tracks that I might use in the podcast. I'm just going to have a play, see how each of them fits. I'm just about to make a cheeky stir fry for lunch. I've got whole wheat noodles, crushed chilies, onions, garlic, edamame, tofu, pepper, red pepper, sesame oil and soy sauce. Normally I love to meal prep, it saves me so much time, especially when I'm really busy, but right now I have so much extra time. I really enjoy cooking as an activity, so I like to do it for each meal, and yeah, I'm just gonna make that. So I've moved into my bed now to finish editing the podcast. I've got my snack and I've just been editing the podcast. One of them is nearly done, so in maybe half an hour I'm going to be able to send that to my boss just so she can have a look, and then if she's got any feedback then I will make the changes and then I will send back to her, and then if that's all good I will send to the client for some feedback. But yeah, that is what is up. Hello, it is 4:45 and I'm checking in. I am about to export and send off the first draft of one of the podcasts for a review, and I'm glad that I'm done with that because I feel so tired, I feel so exhausted, and I'm just gonna roll with it and listen to my body. And this evening I probably will just stay in and read, or I will just watch YouTube or Netflix. I have Killing Eve to catch up on. I was also watching Hollywood, which is a new series that came out. I'm really enjoying that. This is a tofu and chickpea. I kind of followed a katsu curry sauce. It's made of carrot and spices, but I didn't do the tofu in a katsu way, so I don't know if it really counts, but it's a curry. Right, so I think these are a little bit dead. I think they're slightly too dead to turn into a dried flower thing, but I might try and salvage some of them. Oh my god, I could take a cute like thumbnail. No, this is not working. Right, okay, well let's see which ones are salvageable. Also, there are still some here with the little buds which haven't grown yet. Will they grow if I put them in water? I'm overwhelmed at the flowers. I really think I've left it too late, but I'm too stubborn to back down now. So I may have a pile of dead flowers around me, but it looks pretty and I'm gonna try. We'll find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way. I found an old shoelace to hang them upside down, and I honestly have no idea if this is gonna work, but I'm supposed to just leave them in there for 2 to 3 weeks and see what happens. I'm struggling so much to focus today. It's all fine, but I just keep getting distracted and googling houses to buy which I can't afford, but it's gonna be fine. It's funny how having a camera on you can suddenly make you really productive. I just filmed me editing the last bit of that podcast audio and I did it in like 5 minutes, and it was taking me so long to even do one little bit, so thanks for being here. I'm now just sending over everything to the editor who's going to clean up some of the audio. Once I get that back, probably tomorrow, I can put that into the podcast and then I can send it to the client. Oh my god, please hurry up. I really want to go and buy some fruit and veg from the shop. I gotta show you this because I set out today to make a smoothie, but it was so thick that it's turned into ice cream. I would love to eat this outside right now. However, I'm still waiting for my thing to send and I just want to be here for that. So I'm watching Best Dress while I do that. So I was just clearing out this drawer so I could clean it, and I found this under the bed, like it was like in this like little cabin space there. And basically it's a cutlery set. Obviously you can tell that they've been used because they've still got like washing up stains. So I guess the last tenants had this and like forgot it. I don't know, but I feel like I should clean it and then like save it for when I own a house or something. Right, so I've just googled this and the prices are varying because I don't know what collection that is, but do you see that? I don't think you can because it's not focused, but some of these are selling like a 30-piece cutlery set, which I'm pretty sure that is £300. Who is buying or being gifted that for £300 and then leaving it? I'm in shock. I've actually put this book away for a moment to read more books by black authors and learn more about race and racism. I'm currently reading Girl, Woman, Other by Bernardine Evaristo and Why I'm No Longer Talking to White People About Race by Reni Eddo-Lodge, the same person who presents the podcast I talked about earlier. Well, hello, happy Friday. It is the last working day of the week, which is nice. This morning I have done some yoga and I also went to a shop to get some groceries, but I also need to go to Asda because I like to shop around and some of the fruit is a lot cheaper in Asda. I also want to do some baking later and I also want to get some avocados so I can make sushi for a picnic, a socially distanced picnic that I'm doing later with my friend. I am contributing the homemade sushi and the homemade cookies. However, I need the avocado for the sushi and I need the chocolate chips for the cookies. But yeah, I feel a lot more perky today. I feel a lot more like myself and I think it's partially due to having done my room and also knowing that I'm going to see a friend later because I have been alone for over 2 weeks now and I've got some nice Zoom calls over the weekend to look forward to, so it's gonna be nice. Oh, look at her. There she is. Oh my gosh, if I was a baking YouTuber this would be my thumbnail. I am just about to hop on my bike and cycle to Victoria Park to go see my friend Berber. We're having an actually 2 meters apart picnic. Throughout this whole over 2 weeks, of nearly 3 weeks actually, of being completely alone, I've not felt too lonely. Like I've had times where I wished I could do things, but I'm really happy in my own company. But on the other hand, the reason why I love traveling and like living in London is because I get so much energy from others and it's really weird that I've not had that for a long time, only over the internet. It's gonna be lovely to actually see another human in person and actually just talk face to face from 2 meters apart. Oh, a human! Yay! Oh my gosh. No, maybe I should go for some, oh yes, that golden hour lighting. So I'm gonna end the vlog there while it is still lovely and golden hour lighting is here. So I hope that you enjoyed the video. It was mainly for me to look back on and see, well, future me can see and remember what a day of working from home during COVID was like, and maybe if you're interested in working in like video production, then maybe it gave you a little bit of insight into what goes on. It wasn't the most hectic day. I literally just edited podcasts and did research, but not every day is like hecticness. Thank you very much for watching and I will see you next time.